What you're looking at here is a monocular. Think of a binocular except without the second lens. This is a very special kind of device that, and I say special in the fact that, anybody could pick one of these up, but it's special in the terms, in the way of how I use it. And what I use it for is to get a handle on signs around me in my environment that I cannot see. Or, uh, as an example, the classroom whiteboard. During my undergrad studies, I would use it to get a better idea of what the teacher was writing on the board. What if you actually had one better? What if you could actually have more magnification, a better field of view, because the field of view with these is extremely narrow. So what if you could have a better field of view and the ability to capture the various signs that you see so you can store them like a collection of breadcrumbs or landmarks? Now, obviously, you wouldn't be able to use GPS tracking, but just having those on file, if you're going to be doing a lot of stuff and you're likely to forget those landmarks, being able to capture those landmarks would be of a significant help. You could certainly use something like this. I put up a video recently on replacing an older video camera that I have. This is an example of one of the newer ones, but I was thinking about ways that I would be using it, and it completely skipped my mind that when I thought of it, I just wanted to make a separate video, which is in effect a digital monocular. You would have a much greater field of view, much better magnification opportunities. Excuse me. If you're in an unfamiliar environment, you could capture with stills or video the various landmarks you come across. And to top it all off, if you're a family person, you'd be using the same video camera, that your family could use to capture that vacation that you're on, and you can use it as an assistive tool at the same time. And some of you are thinking, well, they've got magnifiers that are built for distance viewing. They're not going to be as dependable as a monocular in terms of their flexibility, because they have a fixed focal range, and I believe the maximum was like 4 feet away from whatever you were looking at. But something like this video camera here could really give you a look. For example, let's say your friend says, "Oh, take a look at that mountain off in the distance," and you're thinking, "Well, what mountain?"
It's 9 o'clock.
And they're saying, "Well, I can see the details." You don't have to worry, because with this monocular, you could probably see it, but you might not be able to. You might have to walk a little bit further. But if your friend wants to see, they want to stop at that particular point because that's a perfect vantage point, with this video camera, with the magnification, you can zoom in a lot farther, take video and still of your surroundings. You'd actually, like I said, with the touch screen, you'd have a much better field of view. And somebody's thinking out there, well, hey, what if the battery runs out? That is a concern. But to me, it's also more about being mainstream. And a lot of people nowadays, yes, they are using smartphones, but let me tell you something. If you're going to use a mainstream device to supplement or replace your monocular, it's going to have to be something like this, because smartphone cameras don't have the power. They don't have, a lot of them don't have the optical clarity, especially like the lower end ones might. But if you're going for a mid-range unit, like the one that I'm looking at, the Sony PJ380W, that, you would be at a disadvantage, maybe. But even then, picture quality aside, the zoom range. This camera, let me zoom in here. Let me turn on my magnifier to take a look. Here we are. 60 times dynamic zoom. Let's see if we can get the, let's see, optical zoom. Oh, here we are. 40 times optical zoom on this lens. I have a Walters Monocular, and I can't tell you what the maximum zoom is on that one, on the maximum, the maximum optical zoom is on that. But 40 times on this device, what would you get with a smartphone? And again, you're using this not just to capture your family memories, but also as an assistive tool because you can't see very well. You see where I'm going with this? And being able to blend in, let's say you're in a crowd, and you wouldn't draw attention to yourself. So it's, in my view, it's certainly a win-win for a lot of situations, not all of them. And of course, everybody out there is different. Their needs vary. But I would say this is definitely a solution worth looking into. But what do you guys think? Thank you for watching. Comments are welcome, and have a nice day.